Hi guys, so this week we're going to talk about chord voicings on the guitar. To do this, I'm assuming you know the notes from your neck, and you can also tell the notes that are within a chord. So if you don't know these things, just let me know and I might make a video about that. Anywho, let's start with an E major triad. The notes on it are E, G sharp, and B. Alright, that's one of the parts that you should know. The other part is what I call structure, as in groups of strings, which I use numbers for, and you'll see how it works. So, for example, for closed voicings, the structure to me is 3, as in 3 strings in a row, 3 strings together, adjacent. So from the 6th string, looks like that. From the 5th string is exactly the same thing. From the 4th string the shape changes, and from the 3rd string it changes yet again, yet the voicing is the same. It's the same type of voicing. This the first 3 are all exactly the same. You would see the same notes on a score. And the last one would be an octave up. It's exactly the same relationship between the notes. So, first change which we can do to this thing to make it more interesting is we can spread it. So, we would take the middle note, the G sharp, and move it up an octave. So, lucky or not for us, there's 3 ways to do that on the guitar. So, that's what I call type A, and its structure from the bottom is 1-0-2, as in 1 string, skip 1, 2 strings in a row. And you can do the same thing right here, from the 5th string or from the 4th. You could also play it in a B type of spread, as in 2-0-1, 2 strings in a row, skip 1, then 1 string. Exactly the same sound, same pitches. Exactly the same. But there's 2 fingerings, and there's a 3rd one for that. You would get exactly the same thing. You'd be reading the same thing on the score. And the structure is 1-0-1-0-1. So you would get 1 string, skip 1, 1 string, skip 1, another string. So those are A, B, and C's, which sound exactly the same. And then, for the crazy people among you, we would have A squared, I call them, which would be well, with a structure that goes 1-0-0-2, as in 1, nothing, nothing, 2 strings in a row. So you're skipping 2 strings now. And you can do that from the 5th string or from the 6th string. So there's just 2 of those. Or you could have B squared. That would be 2 strings, skip 2, 1 string. So that would be an example of that. And then after that, you would get something that I call uniques. The voicings repeat sometimes from some of the others that we've talked about, but physically they can only be played on one place normally, because you're using the 1st and the 6th string. And those are pretty crazy too. So let's check those out very quickly. For example, I could have where I'm using the 5th string, here I'm using the 4th, here third, and here I'm using the second. So you should have some fun with those. I'll see you next week.